Are you thinking about it?
I'm always thinking.
I thought that was it. The on air.
Yeah.
Quiet, please.
That is it.
We're recording.
From St. Joseph, Missouri, here is Travis Lee Hartman.
We are recording. I just want to make sure that the audience, there's so many people here watching us do this. The pressure's on. It's high stakes. High stakes. This is episode 54. Weighing in with Travis Hartman, season 2, episode 2. But we have been at this, ladies and gentlemen, for over a year. Thanks for joining us. To our subscribers, our quote-unquote fan base, we appreciate you and your time and support. Not your money, because you don't give us any. Yet. I'm just kidding. But give us some likes. Give us some subscribe below. Hit the thumb up. But once again, weighing in with Travis Hartman. That over there is Weekend Trav, a.k.a. Travis Hartman. Or is it Travis Hartman, a.k.a. Weekend Trav?
I like Weekend Trav, a.k.a. Travis Hartman.
I'd
rather go by Weekend Trav.
Because that's who you really are.
That's my persona.
In our life, and in life in general, we like to put on a lot of masks for people. Who are you with this group of people? Who are you with that group of people?
Here we go with the masks.
You have to break it all down. Who are you inside? I'm B-Money.
I love it that you're B-Money now, too, because we go out in public. We're at the gym working out, too, and like your son's here. And I look over and I'm, hey, B-Money, what's up? Actually calling you that in real life. Not just on the podcast.
I walk into Publix, walk to the gas station. Not walk to the gas station. Why would you do that? You drive to the gas station.
If you were drinking, you would walk.
Well, yeah, but we only drink for this podcast.
Yes, sir.
We'll get to that in a second, too. This is the Bourbon Rewind is what we're calling it, as we've had that before, but we'll talk about it in a few minutes. Weekend Trav, this show, we want to get started here with some of the fun, tongue-in-cheek nonsense we brought into the foray last week. We're going to start really right out of the gate with the Beardsman of the Week. I did that because I put the animation. Is this where the sound comes to? The animation came in right here.
I just want to tell you that the graphics that you did, the layover videos, was awesome.
Why do you need to hire a multi-million-dollar animation studio to do anything?
Low budget.
You can get a financial planner who has one application on his computer to figure it all out.
Listen, I think we just need our, they're not our sponsors, but they're media partners.
Media partners,
step up.
True. So IF Enterprises, step up. TH Boxing, step up. Gulfstream Financial, step up.
We do.
Come on.
We need a budget. We don't have a low budget. We have a no budget.
It's not that we don't have a budget or that we have a low budget. We are just lowbrow and low budget ourselves.
This is true.
So, speaking of,
like it or leave it.
Speaking of, Weekend Trav, look at this.
I've incorporated my tropical shirt to boxing now. These are boxing gloves. This thing took a month to get in, by the way.
Yeah.
I was very, very upset it took so long.
Is that your silhouette on the shirt too?
Oh, yeah. On the shoulder, you mean?
Yeah.
That's me.
Like Jerry West and the NBA logo?
That's me.
NBA logo. Let's talk about NBA. Let's talk about the NBA Finals because that is our tie-in to the Beardsman of the Week.
Yes, sir.
So we wanted to bring in something that's more relevant. Last week we talked Wimbledon a bit because we were just finishing up Wimbledon. We brought, we showed our little graphic of who the Beardsman of the Week is. First one. Second one, Weekend Trav. Who are we talking about this week?
I just narrowed it down to the best beard in the NBA Finals. So there wasn't much to pick from because we only have the Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee Bucks. So I had slim pickings. Mm-hmm. So I decided that I went with Jay Crowder. Yeah, okay. Jay Crowder's beard. It's not, I wouldn't say it's my favorite beard, but we had slim pickings. The best one in the NBA Finals right now is Jay Crowder.
I just feel like we're picking him because he has a beard.
Yes, it was.
And
I settled.
Sometimes it's just being there.
It is.
It's not even hard work, it's just being there.
Unfortunately, I settled. Pretty much kind of like I settled for really crappy golf shots today, too.
Well, maybe we'll get to that later. But here, Weekend Trav, I have an idea here because we got the graphic of Jay Crowder up on the screen. But I do want to bring up who I think in the future probably should be Beardsman of the Week. If we're doing an NBA edition, which we don't do a lot of that because we don't watch the NBA. No one cares. The ratings are miserable, rightfully so. But in my opinion, if this ever happened, Giannis, but I don't know how to say his last name. There's like
Giannis. Everybody knows Giannis.
Giannis. Okay, I'm changing the graphic on the screen right now. This should be the future Beardsman of the Week. That looks good on him.
That's a good beard.
That's a good beard.
That's a good beard.
For who? I don't know who edited or did this photo. I'm sorry. Props to you because that looks good.
If this kid wants to be a legend, he will grow that beard, and he will instantly be a legend.
Hashtag beard envy. That's what I'm saying here. Milwaukee
It's
Bucks.
impressive. The Photoshop is more impressive.
I'm more impressed. Yeah.
It looks real.
It looks good. It looks good. All right. So this show isn't about discussing men and their beards, but though that's one aspect of it because we are the #1 beards, bourbon, boxing podcast, shot specifically in Orlando, Florida, specifically in Laureate Park, specifically in a boxing gym, shot on a Sunday or Monday. Today's Sunday.
Again, a Sunday. In the world.
#1 in that demographic.
#1 in the world.
We are the #1 show podcast in that demographic specifically.
In the world.
In the world.
Nobody does it like us.
Or maybe the galaxy. I don't know.
And I think that we're probably going to add another B today.
Okay.
Just saying.
You have some surprises for me, and I don't know exactly what's coming, which scares me to death. So we can
I'm always throwing the producer a curveball.
We can Trav as a special guest for me that I'm not really quite aware of what's going on. We'll get to that towards the latter part of the show.
I want to go ahead and apologize ahead of time. I just want to apologize that I'm dropping this on you like this. Because I do love you. But after this, you
if
might
I
not
had
love
$1 for every time you apologize to me on air, I probably would have at least $50 after 54 weeks of this. So, anyways, so Beardsman of the Week, we're done with that. You are here to hear about boxing. You're here to listen to our take on certain things going on and happenings out there. We're somewhat, I don't want to call it a dry season weekend, Trav, because that is definitely not the case. There was a massive, but to me, a highly under-publicized bout over the weekend that would have been a super welterweight unification bout between Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. So let's discuss that. Give me a rundown of that fight and kind of your take on the actual result, if you want to call it that.
The fight, to be 100% fair, the fight was very close. It was a very competitive, close fight. I think that a lot of people are expecting Charlo to blow people out with his great power, and he actually did hurt Castano, I think, a couple of times in that fight, early, like in the second round, and a little bit later. But Castano showed true grit. Castano, by the way, is underrated. This guy lost a split decision, I believe, to Erislandy Lara as well. So this guy's not like, just because you've never heard of his name doesn't mean this guy can't fight. Erislandy Lara has a close fight, maybe even a win over Canelo Alvarez. Okay, he fought Canelo to like a majority decision, I believe. It was a very close fight. So the fact that this Castano is fighting Jermell Charlo and gave him a run for his money, it's not surprising to me or most boxing experts because this guy can fight.
Right.
But this fight, it was in San Antonio, Texas. Charlo is from Texas. I think he's from Houston, to be fair, though, if I'm right. But I know he's from Texas. He's a Texas kid. And he was unifying the belts. It's the middleweight title. It's the super.
It's just one of those that, I mean, I know we've talked about the Charlo brothers. We have on the show many weeks ago, but many months ago. Last time they had fights, which were pretty much back-to-back with one another.
It's a light middleweight.
They just seem to kind of go under the radar a bit. I mean, we both know that he had all these belts. We knew that. We knew this was a unification bout coming up, but did the rest of the world really know?
No. That division, to be fair, right now, the 154-pound division, which is light middleweight or super welterweight, they call it two things. I don't know that it's that hot of a division because guys like Triple G and Canelo are 160 and above, so they're not getting a lot of love because of that. But those kids are pretty popular. They do make a lot of money on their fights. A lot of people do tune in to watch them. But I think the fact that they're also twins, the twin Charlos, they're Jermell and Jermall, people get that confused. Even I get it confused. I even, starting the show, I was like, this was Jermell with an E. Make sure we remember that because it's very tough.
Keep talking. Talk about the fight. I'm going to step aside and do something really quick.
Okay.
This is the fun part of our show that you just don't know what's really going on.
This is behind the scenes?
Behind the scenes, because there's something that's really irritating me behind the scenes that we didn't address.
So listen, it was a close fight. They end up calling it a split decision draw. So Brian Carlos Castano was 17-0 going into that fight. And Jermell Charlo only had one loss going into the fight, but he was also the world champion. Unified titles. He had 3 titles going into that fight. So the fact that they went the distance and it was so close is shocking because a lot of people are expecting the Charlo twins, for the most part, to kind of take over boxing a little bit in that division, 154 and 160. And the fact that he didn't really blow him away was a little shocking. I watched the fight. I thought a draw was fair Okay, I did. I watched that fight, and I 100%. I've listened to a lot of experts that said the exact same thing. I think a 114-114 scorecard, which means it was 6 rounds to 6 rounds, was fair.
So give me your thoughts on the judge that scored the 117-111.
I'm going to put his name out there, too. Nelson Vasquez. He scored this fight 117-111. Okay? That's literally giving every round but 3 rounds for Charlo. And I just found out as well that judge, I believe, scored one of those rounds a 10-8 round. There was no knockdown. It was absurd, the fact that he even did that. So I didn't have a problem with the draw. I had a problem with the 117-111, which is out of his mind. Okay. There's no chance any guy that is in his right mind watched that fight and said that Castano only won 3 rounds.
So I'll tell you somebody that did have an issue with the draw, and he was pretty vocal about it on social media, and that was your boy, Terrence Bud Crawford. Basically putting posts out there. I think it was a quick thing maybe on Twitter or something like that, where he basically called him out saying, listen, this is exactly why no one takes you seriously, because of fights like that. And that's why you're always going to be basically...
And it sucks, too, because it's kind of a black eye on boxing a little bit, again, when we have a judge that goes rogue. I mean, in my opinion, personally, I don't think the judge was that stupid. I don't think he was that incompetent. When judges are that far off, I think they're corrupt. I think that there was money paid, there was something going on. I don't know this for a fact, so I can't say that. I don't know for a fact. I just have a hunch that nobody's that incompetent. He's a professional judge. He's done it a lot.
You think maybe he just forgot he carried the one
but
improperly on the math?
9 rounds to 3 in that fight?
Maybe he just, when he was doing the math shorthand, he carried the one wrong.
And you know what? I think I might be wrong when I said this. So I don't think he's the one that scored a 10-8 round. I think it was another one of the judges, Steve Weisfeld, I believe, because that's a scorecard that was 113-114. So that one was off. But regardless, the 117-111 is absurd. Should never have happened. And that was the main event. And it's an Al Heyman guy as well. Al Heyman does really good promoting his guys. I mean, he's the advisor to Floyd Mayweather. But still, it was not a good decision with that. It was a good decision, meaning it was a draw. I don't think either guy did enough to win that fight.
Sure.
So a draw was fair. But also, what people don't realize is that when there's a draw against the champion retains the belt still.
Yeah.
In a draw, so technically, Charlo doesn't ever fight this guy again. He still has all of his belts. He can go on and do whatever he wants, and he probably will.
Well, Castano also has some belt. I don't know what belt he has.
I don't think so.
That was the unification side of the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, maybe he had like the IBF, maybe. Yeah, you might be right.
Yeah, because in the ring after the fight, they're both, he's holding his 1 and Charlo's holding his 70 belts.
Which only 3 matter.
But either way, it's...
Who's the WBO? Whoa, Castano. Who's the WBO?
But here's the thing. So from Charlo's standpoint, you now come off this draw. You come off what could have been the situation where you would have been considered quote unquote one of the best because you would have been a unified champ in that division. Yeah. Now you're not. What do? Do you possibly go that route again? Do you now start setting your sights on somebody else? Maybe somebody who is a little critical of you. Do you figure out something with him? Because let's be honest. Even Crawford threw himself under the bus a little bit, saying, "Hey, I know I've been out for a minute, but I mean, that would be a fight that I would
Crawford's
watch."
only 47.
They could find it.
It's only one weight class.
They could find
a
weight.
It's only one weight class.
Yeah.
154 is only one weight class away from 47. So easily could have been.
I think they both need a name, right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that Crawford's got to either go down or up. And down is Josh Taylor, who's the 140, and they're both under Top Rank emblem. So that could be a fight that got made for Crawford. But Crawford needs a dance partner desperately, and he's not going to get a dance partner at 47 because they're going to have to go outside of Top Rank, and I don't think Top Rank's going to do that. So it is what it is. That night was a solid night, though, on Saturday night. There was solid fights. Charlo was the main event. And the co-main event was a little bit hot as well. Okay, so is this our pivot point? Are we now moving to the latest news segment of ours from last week? Is this what we're going to do? I think this is my surprise guest that I have. So I think my surprise guest he's about to come up before we do our special segment, which is called the Money Shot. Okay, well we'll get there. We'll get to the graphic. Nah, not doing the graphic yet. Okay. So you told me we have a special guest to introduce this thing because you wanted to take it up a notch. Yep. From what I was told. Listen. And I'm a little nervous about this. I wanted to go from 0 to 100, and we're going to 100 today. Okay. 100. All right, so then I will let you introduce my special guest. Can come on up here. Mr. Rip.
Okay.
This is our special guest here, Rip. How's it going?
Okay. Alrighty.
What do we get there? He said, how's it going, Rip?
All right.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, B Money. I'm sorry.
Hello. Rip. So Rip. What's your name, Rip? It's Rip what?
Rip.
Do you have a last name, Rip?
Asking.
Rip Askin. Rip,
Askin.
Okay.
Rip Askin. Okay.
Rip Askin. Okay. So this is supposed to be the money shot of the week. Mm-hmm. So explain to me, Weekend Trav, how in the world are you stepping this up a notch other than the fact that we have a third guest? I don't know how to do this.
Well, I mean, Rip, what do you got here for a money shot here? We got a Natty Light.
Okay.
Doesn't get much more country than that.
Open this thing up here real quick.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
All right. So
We're
Rip, that's a pretty large firearm we have here.
Can you tell us what that firearm is? What do you got
Just
there?
a little pea shooter. Got here. It's an AR-10.
Whoa. Okay, wait. So we use a money gun. We're not using that.
I can't use that?
No.
Are you calling
No,
Okay, I can't use
okay.
that.
Well, I thought
So
that's why I brought it.
Is that why he's here?
That was the money shot. I wanted him to shoot the money shot.
No, we can't. We're
the
in,
AR.
We're in the boxing gym.
So we can't. I got to use the money gun.
You want to shoot holes in the ceiling?
Well, we're trying to take it up a notch.
Okay. We're not.
This was my notch.
I
We're
love seeing
taking
it.
up, Rip.
It's cool as hell.
Rip was my man.
All right, the gun can the AR will be there. Shoot off the
Okay, so
money.
so
Jeez.
we're gonna go with the money
shoot
shot
this.
of the day.
Oh, that's why.
See?
Just oh.
There we go. So that's the money shot of the week. I got to talk about the fight really fast. So it was Rolando Romero. he knocked the guy out in the 7th round, and I'm gonna play the clip real fast. You're gonna see it playing here. He knocked the guy down with the left hook, dropped him for I think the 2nd or the 3rd time. Referee calls it off. Rolly is what they call him.
Okay.
He gets the knockout win in the 7th round, calls out Gervonta Tank Davis. But really, I think what we're all here for now, I think we're here for the special guest.
Okay, so
So I think that Rip deserves
that's
some love.
The money shot of the week. Rip Askin.
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 Is that a
Who's
Z?
kin? Who's
Is it
kin?
a Z?
Is there a kin?
Is there a?
Do we have Barbie?
Is there a soft E in there?
I think there's a,
Askin.
It's jogging. I think.
All right,
the
so,
J
okay.
is you don't.
I think
It's
y'all
jogging.
kind of funny.
We do.
So-
I'm gonna set this down here for a second.
You're high.
Easy now. Don't drop it.
I know that's liquid gold. I get it. So Rip, give us I don't know. You're a guest.
Well,
so,
Rip,
yeah.
now that you're here, I've been having trouble with the Hummer, and I just got some new tires on it. So that's how I met you. What do you do for a living, Rip?
Sell tires.
You sell tires. But I gotta ask an honest question, Rip. I didn't realize. I knew you were bringing the gun. I knew you were a beer fan. We had another B. That's our B now. We got boxing, beards, bourbon, and beer.
Okay, well, we definitely dominate that demographic too.
Daylight.
So I'm really curious though. What's the torch for?
If I can light this fire, I'll sell you a tire.
Well, watch the mic. We're not setting the mic on fire, or maybe we did. I don't know.
Well,
what about this? Here, can you set that on fire? What do you think about this?
Burning hundos.
B Money. This is not your financial.
Okay, well,
You're not supposed to burn money as a financial advisor.
Well, this
cannot believe you.
This is not real money. This is funny money. I mean, that could be the USD at some point, right?
We
Funny
got
money.
hundos just running around here.
We can.
I'm just super happy to have Rip here. I hope that the new listeners and subscribers appreciate Rip because Rip's a good old boy. He sold me some really good tires.
Actually, he did. That was a pretty good deal.
He did. Got me a really good deal. He said, light the tires and kick the fires, Travis. We're going to get you
I
hooked up,
think it was the other
buddy.
way around.
Kick the tires and light the fires?
Yeah, that's the way to
He
go.
lit something.
Kick the tires and light the fires.
Yeah, so the marketing is extremely important in that industry. Extremely important. I mean, what else am I missing here? It's.
I mean, this is.
Do I look wildly uncomfortable?
You do.
A little
you
bit.
do.
I don't know.
I think Chris threw him off.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But as the producer, I don't like to be in the dark. I don't like to be in the dark at all.
Well, he's
That's why
not a lighter.
Oh, yeah, good.
He can light you up. We'll put you back in the light.
Yeah, I'm not Oh, how do I do it? Just hit the button?
See, B
Is
money.
there safety?
B money.
Easy. Here.
Oh, boy.
You gotta push the button.
You got to be careful with Rip stuff. Okay, he's real.
Sorry,
Rip
I
gets
shouldn't have
real
ripped it out of his.
territorial.
I shouldn't have ripped
I
it
just sell a lot
out of his
tires by
pocket.
this thing.
Goodness gracious.
Rip, what do you shoot with this gun, by the way?
Coyotes.
Yeah, a lot of coyotes in Florida, huh?
Coyotes.
Coyotes and I don't know what else.
Ugly.
What else would you shoot?
Coyote ugly.
Wild hogs.
Wild hogs. Okay. Well,
Not too bad.
Weekend Trav. This is your segment now. This is your segment.
I mean, B money seems so uncomfortable right now, and I love it. I think I love how uncomfortable you are. Right now.
I like to plan for things. I like to have things squared away and know what I'm getting myself into.
Well, I think that we've been drinking bourbon for a long time.
Okay, so first of all, this is the bourbon, what did I call it again?
The rewind.
The rewind,
Bourbon Rewind.
because we've had Redemption Rye before, so it's not a bourbon, it's a rye. And we ranked it back many weeks ago, but we are drinking it again because, frankly, folks, we don't drink a whole bottle usually in one episode. Sometimes there's some leftovers. So this is the rewind. We're taking care of some Redemption Rye. If we're drinking it again, it means we like it. And he's rewinding probably on a couple dozen Natty Lights.
He's
Red,
rewind-
white, blue.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Where do you want to go with this?
I'm just saying, I think that we've been drinking bourbon for a little too long.
Okay.
54 straight episodes.
Okay.
I mean, maybe we just need to go back to our roots because I'm pretty sure all of us have had a natural light in our day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what do you think about that?
I think I like that idea. We want to do that right now?
We want to wrap this up right now. Let's put a bow
This
on
is the shortest episode we've ever done, but you know what?
think
This
it's
might
the
be the best
best.
episode.
All in.
All in.
You want to do a stone cold, a stone cold natural light in the face to end the episode.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do
Pop
it.
me
All
one
right,
out.
all right, hold on.
Wait, we got to ask Rip. First of all, Rip, can we have one of your beers?
You can, but you're going to pay for it.
Okay. I got a quarter.
All right, Rip.
I got a nickel somewhere.
We got some here. I got a hundy. I got fake hundy.
Oh,
Beer
there we
ain't
go.
cheap.
All right.
I'll take
We're really
me.
gonna do this.
Yeah,
If
you
you're on
want another?
Spotify,
Take me a fresh one out of there.
If you're on Spotify, and
You're missing
not
out. You got to go to
watching
YouTube.
us-
YouTube and subscribe if you're only listening to us. So, Rip, you can set the AR down because I don't know if you want two hands on this or not.
Yeah, I might need to have that. Hold on a second.
Oh, geez, there goes the torch. All right, so we've lit fake money. Let's go and stand over here. And this is the, we're gonna want to clang
Are we
them?
doing the stone cold? We can
We're
do
gonna,
whatever.
so we're gonna stone cold and try to shotgun this thing, right?
Let's do it. Yep.
Oh, my kids are so proud of me.
Hold on a second.
Rip's got to get rid of his dip. Hold on a second.
Dip in there.
Rip it his dip. All right, fellas, we're bringing it back.
All right, ready? We can make a mess. We're making a mess.
Yep.
Ready?
Go.
Oh!
I'm pretty sure most of that went in my nose. All right,
Holy shit.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure we're past the final thoughts.
Nice to meet y'all.
That's Rip. Rip
Happy to be on here.
Rip asking, thanks for joining us. That there is Weekend Trav.
That there's B money, and that there's Rip.
Thanks for joining us. Subscribe below, because why not? I mean, after all that, you might as well. So thanks for joining us. God bless.